Burt Bacharach, as you're probably aware, was an American composer, songwriter, record producer, and pianist, and widely regarded as one of the most important and influential musical figures of the 20th century. With a huge amount of hit songs and awards under his belt, it's no surprise that there are many different artists that are influenced by this great man, including myself. Hi, my name's Crafty and this is the Crafty Music Tips YouTube channel, and I figured that now is a very important time to give a tribute to such a great man that Burt Bacharach was, just because, you know, we need to be able to celebrate what were the really great things about him. And in particular, with this being a music tips channel, I figured that let's get into his musical stylings, what made him so great, what made him so influential.
The winner is Burt Bacharach.
The winners are Burt Bacharach and Hal David.
So if we take a look at his Wikipedia page, we'll see his musical style is characterized by unusual chord progressions, influenced by jazz harmony with striking syncopated rhythmic patterns, irregular phrasing, frequent modulation, and odd changing meters. He arranged, conducted, and produced much of his recorded output, and though his style is sometimes called easy listening, he expressed apprehension regarding that label. And I would attest to that. I understand why it's an easy listening genre, that it's called that, because it's easy on the ears. And that's a good thing. You know, it's pleasant, it's pretty sounding. You know, it's not angry, it's easy on the ears. And the interesting thing though is, in order to have created it, or in order to execute it, if you're going to sing or play a Bacharach song, it's definitely not easy.
Now, Mr. Bacharach, just what is the key? Is it the actual melody, the orchestration, or the changes of tempi? What do you think makes a particular song succeed? What makes your song succeed?
Well, I think there are many things involved. I think basically you have to have the song to start with. Then you have to have it encased in the right orchestration, the right vocal.
And if I think about it, with a lot of really great composers, one of the characteristics is that it just sounds like something that, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then, of course, you try and sing it or you try and play it and you're pulling your hair out because of how clever that it was constructed. So, for instance, a really great example is the chorus of I Say a Little Prayer, a song that, you know, it's just one of those classic songs. And recently I had to learn how to play it, and trying to be able to count through those bars, there's a really interesting time signature change within a classic sounding chorus. And it sounds right when you're listening to it. But in order to play it, you really have to think it through and just make sure that you're counting it out correctly. Now, one thing I'm going to do myself that I suggest you do is I'm just going to have a listen to some Burt Bacharach songs, and depending on whether you're a singer or an instrument player, then have a sing or a play along, because they're just such good songs. He's left us with such a legacy, and they're really stimulating to the brain. In order to be able to play them, you really experience the brilliance as you do it. And so one thing that I just want to say here in this moment is just, Burt, wherever you are, thank you so much for the inspiration and for the great music that you left us. And that's the last thing I'm going to say in this video. I'm going to let the great man himself finish off this video with some great words.
A future in music, we know it's a challenge, but it's very important that we keep the music playing and the music going. Essential. Keep the music playing. Thanks so much, all of you.